Hi Rabindra, welcome to The Pulse by CXO Connext. And first of all, I am really grateful that you have taken out time from your busy schedule to join us for this show. So thank you once again for coming down.
Thank you so much, Arpan. It's my pleasure to be here and talking to you and sharing my knowledge, right?
So today's topic is around the ethical implication of AI and automation though. But before we jump into the topic, I would like you to briefly share about your journey so far.
It's now more than the 3 decades of my industry professional experience. A majority of times, more than 32 years I have worked for the Tata Group. I started my journey with as a joining graduate engineering of the Tata Motors, and started my career in the force division and the suspension of Tata Motors. And if you see those days we were working on the drafting board. Though we had the CAD workstation for designing, but we were not able to utilize that much because of that much of exposure and experience. But gradually we started adoption of technology on those days and implementing the force division, and then gradually extended to the all other department, right? So in the last 3 decades, I was very fortunate, lucky to work in different sector. Automotive remained always core, as being the Tata Motors, the parent customer. And after 5 years of working, the Tata Technologies were formed. Then I was transferred to Tata Technology. So I had great opportunity to work in the automotive, aerospace industry, heavy machinery, process industry, steel, port and cargo. All this area I have worked, and very lucky to work in all the area like design, product validation, new product introduction, and manufacturing. So millions of such projects I have done in the area, and at all the places I have used the technology, digital engineering technology. I was part of the digital product development of this, where my team role was is to adopt the digital technology in the domains of the automotive and all the other sector. And this gives me a lot of platform and opportunity to work in various area and then groom, girded. And not only I limited work to the Indian customer, but I had opportunity to work the global customer. We talk about the United States, we talk about Europe, Asia Pacific. So a lot of value I have created working for the customers across the world and in India.
So you have a quite diverse experience across multiple geographies. However, if we talk about AI or automation, how do you look at the entire technological evolution?
That's the fantastic topic, Arpan, you have picked up. So there are 3 parts into that: ethical, artificial intelligence, and automation. Let me start with the automation. When we talk about the automation and see that primarily the area impacted is happening the manufacturing area. Let me take the example. So in the manufacturing area, when we do the automation, means we have got the factory and we have connected with the wireless and sensor based, where make the all machines smart, right? The moment you make the machine smart, you can monitor, track what is happening in the machine, and that we connect with the dashboarding or the technology, where we can see that what is happening physically in the digital environment. Moment we do it, so in the manufacturing industry, whatever, you can track that how much production is happening, where is the rework is happening, where is the defects are happening. We can monitor and track. Not only that, you can check the utility services like water, fuel consumption. The moment you monitor it and track it, then it's an opportunity for you to really improve upon it. So this is the automation. In the automation stage, the other element which AI is playing a role, because moment you collect the data and you have got the data, so you need to take out the insight from the data, intelligence from the data, where AI role plays the role. So for example, in the manufacturing industry itself, we have got the data. That data will have the productivity maintenance of the predictive maintenance of the machine, because we are collecting data for the machine. That helps to the life of the machine gets increased, right? This data give the insight of whatever your failure happening, trends are happening. These are all done it, right? So the AI is playing that role. When we and AI is not limited to here. Artificial intelligence is all about adoption of this technology, where the data are there. and you talk about example of healthcare, or you talk about the other sector where data comes there and we analyze the data. Say for example in healthcare artificial intelligence is being used to diagnose the treatment, and there are a lot of algorithms are made. It is helping our people or the doctor to take the decision. But in ethical, when it comes on top of the layer, you have to be very, very ethical. So whatever we data or consumption, personalization we do, we use for the right purposes. That is what ethical roles plays is that. So adoption of the AI automation is needed, and top of that ethical framework has to work.
So these days we are hearing a lot about job layoffs in many organizations and industries. So how significant is the risk of job displacement today in the age of AI and automation?
So here, when you talk about the roles, Arpan, there are different types of roles are being created, right? So if you see the data science itself, there is a data is found by statistical analysis, machine learning, AI, deep learning, etc. So there are operations. So there is one is the data science who learned about the domain of that, but there is a developer who developed the algorithm. And I gave an example from automotive. Now give me example of the healthcare, right? If healthcare doctor is there, he is the domain expert. Now he may probably not be on, but he will be using the AI. So the AI guys, who may be from any of the background, but he has learned upskill and trained, he used as the development of the algorithm, development of the use cases, take the data which is being generated and build the algorithm application AI based, which will solve the problem of the patient to be treated better way. So there's all for role for the developer, role for data collection, day for data analysis, and day for preparation of the report and implementation. The multiple roles are being created, which we see it.
So you spoke about digital adoption, but I feel there are certain roles which are most vulnerable to be replaced by AI or automation. So according to you, what do you feel, what kind of roles those are most vulnerable in terms of getting replaced by AI or automation?
When we talk about the urban best practices, and this is where the leadership comes in the role, right? Leaders has to have a strategic and forward looking, that he has to anticipate that this is what the trend is going on, this is what is the technology adoptions are happening, where you talk about the AI or digital and an automation. So he has to create internal environment where we have got a regular, constant, continuous learning environment. So learning of the new technology, bring the technology and adopt the technology for the small scale, right? So that we do the proof of concept, build the more proof of the concept and adopt it. So you need to create the man of tomorrow starting from today, right? That's the approach is being followed, right? Otherwise we'll be left out, right? And we need to go with the time. We need to go with the era of the digital, and we need to adopt it, right? That is what has to be done. So here leader has to create the man of tomorrow, learning this technology which will help and solve all the future problem and current problem.
So let me throw a very tricky question to you. It's around artificial intelligence versus human intelligence. So if I put artificial intelligence on one side and human intelligence on the other side, so which one do you think is above one other? So is it human intelligence over artificial intelligence, or artificial intelligence over human intelligence?
In my view, human always will remain the superior, because human is building this AI and the applications and the devices and implementing the various sector, right? And this human is doing the all development algorithm for the AI. But this will always not cross this, but he has to balance between ethically, I'll say, use the word ethically, that what application we build AI needs to not to be abused, not to be used for the wrong purposes, it is to be used for the real sense, etc. So always human will have an edge on top of the AI, and adoption will go high, horizontally it will happen, and the vertically it will happen.
Fantastic. So while we talk about AI or automation, so how do you see India in the global map when we talk about the technological disruption around us?
So in our context, in Indian context, this will be different kind of the balance to be adopted, because in the country here we have got a large population, we need to create opportunity and job employability to the people. But when you talk about the industry 4.0 or automation, that evolved from the era where we will find that people are less and they adopt the technology so that in absence of the people, the machine can run, they can produce. So we need to have a different strategic balance between the automation and application opportunity for the human. So however the need base is there, we need to use it, and we need to create parallel the opportunity for that. Either to take the human, develop them to develop the content for the automation, and wherever required, use the human mindset, the people, so the opportunity to be there. So you need to have that ethically balance between that. So where the government, where the industry, where the community has to come forward together to formulate the policy, help the industry, which with automation will solve the problem. Some places is good that repetitive tasks are there. There the human is not good. Fatigues being created. So such kind of things we need to be identify where automation to be used so that that human are not impacted. So this is a common between the sync between these two has to be happen in Indian scenario.
Absolutely. So one last message which you want to share with our viewers and audience.
I'll say this is the era of digital technology. Digital adoption has to be the must, whether any sector, any domain you are working. I will put you there. You see the things with a digital eye. You think digitally, design digitally, manufacture digitally. Right? That is something. And to make this happen, you need to upskill yourself, adopt the technology, learn the technology, opportunity for you to learn something, to adopt it and the grow. So there is an opportunity for everyone to learn, grow and adopt.
So thank you so much, Rabindra, for coming down for this show and sharing your valuable thoughts and perspectives around the subject today. I'm really thankful to you.
Thank you so much, Arpan. Nice to be here. Lovely talking to you.
Thank you.